Hi, Marcus here from 4POS. Just want to brag a little bit about our new 4POS touchscreen and specifically the floor layouts. Alright, so let's just jump straight in. I've got a database with a couple of products, but I've got no floor layouts at the moment, so let me just handle the process of how to do a layout with you. Alright, so option menu, we got to go to design layout, and as you can see, all nice and pretty and clean. So first of all, I'm going to create some floor layout names, and let's just call the first one here main, for main restaurant area maybe, or whatever. Well, in fact, let's call it main restaurant, or just main rest for that matter. Okay. Alright, so main rest is over there, and I'm not going to create any more for now. Obviously you can carry on and add some more. Let's add some table numbers, and I'm going to say I have table number 1 there, table number 2, table number 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Okay. Alright, so that's good enough for now. In fact, let's carry on and let's go and do some table names for the bar area. Might as well go and show you the two different sections quickly. So the bar area, I'm going to say table 101, 102, 103, and I think by now you can get the gist of it, right? Okay, so let's go back and say floor layout names. I'm going to make a new one for the bar. And on the bar you might say, but I don't really have a bar area, I don't have tables there, but you might have chairs. Always a good idea to actually number the chairs, so when somebody sits on a table, a patron sits on the table or on a chair, that you already know what the table number or the chair number is for that matter. And you can quite easily manage it that way. You can in fact also go and have some delivery tables, not so? So as customers orders for deliveries or collections, you can have a delivery section in the system as well. Quite easy for you then to go and click on there, and you can immediately see what's going on with that. Okay, so those are our sections. If I click on main restaurant, I can now go and do some nice things with it. I can right click on it, and as you can see, I can set the background color or background image. Alright, so once you've selected your background color, you can start putting tables and things onto the floor layout. And again, this is my main area. So let's assume that I've got a couple of 6-seaters on the system, or even 8-seaters for that matter. You can literally just click on the table over there and just drag it in and say which table is that one. Okay, so let's just make it table number 1. I have another 6-seater over there, argument's sake, and that's table number 2. And I've got a 4-seater sitting over there, and that's table number 3. And let's flash it up a little bit. Got a yellow table, again, might be table color coding or whatever the case may be. Sorry, where am I? Table 4 and so forth. Okay, you can obviously go and put another one there, table 5. Alright, this is not very technical, you don't need to do. And then of course you can move the tables around. You can make the tables bigger if you want to. So if you click on that one, you can obviously make that table nice and big. One of the customers I spoke to this morning said that sometimes his table 1 becomes table 2 and so on. Again, you can on a daily basis go in and say, well, that I've now changed table 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. I'm moving in, and actually just go in and say, for today my layout looks like that. In fact, I'm not going to be using table 5 and 6 and so on. And you can either delete them, and if you want to delete it, I'll show you now. Okay, like in this case, for instance, I don't want table 103 on this layout. I did it by mistake. So you can literally just grab it and pull it into the dustbin. Do you want to delete it? Yes, thank you very much. Alright, and as I said earlier, you can then go and move your tables along. You can also do other things. You can put some decorators, and I know that there's a very small amount of decorators, and you might say, but they look ridiculous, I'm not happy with them, etc., etc. Again, they're all within your ability. I'll quickly show you in the 4POS server folder. Alright, so as I was saying, let's jump to the layouts. And the layouts, you would need to copy this, and if you just use the exe upgrades, which is what we're doing right now as being part of it, you'll see that it automatically puts it into a folder called /pars and /pars layout images. So again, if you do not like the structures and the decorators and whatever else, you can simply go in here and go and save your own ping files, PNG, as you can see, and play around with that and add on to that and so on. We would appreciate it if you send us a couple of them so that we can pass it on to or share it with other customers as well. The same for the structures and the same for the tables. These are just examples that we've laid out. While we're on the subject and we're looking at Windows Explorer, let's also look at the same time about the images, which you'll see now that we will work on just now. The images for items and products in your system. We've already, or part of the deployment is for us to roll these layouts out and images out to you. So Bertram's as a product, for instance, that's what a Bertram's bottle looks like, and so forth. Now again, you might say, but hang on, my Bertram's is called as a different number. You can simply just go in here and rename it to whatever your barcode or the product code is that you are currently using in your touchscreen. So just go into the back office, go and see what the Bertram's as a number of, and all you need to do, simple way of getting it, the pictures lined up, is to go and put that number in there. Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. Okay. You'll see they're all called GIF files. So again, if you have more files that you would specifically want to use, you want to make your own, you want to take your own photos of your own meal items or products that you have in your business, welcome to do that. Okay, so let's just jump back to the floor layout quickly, and I'm going to add some structures in there, and I'm going to put, alright, so let's assume that you want to take from your structures, you want to add your pool table over there. And then of course you realize that no, the pool table shouldn't be in the main restaurant area, it's actually in the bar. I did something similar just off camera for a second, and if you then try and pull it in there, you see you can't get it into the dustbin. Okay, so what you can do is just make it nice and small again, and then it's quite happy to go into the dustbin. It asks you, do you want to delete it, yes or no, thank you very much. Okay, so that's a simple way of getting rid of it. So let's go to our bar area and let's put a background color in, and let's say it is that vomit green over there, and I want to go and put my structure in again, or sorry, some decorators. No, hang on, the structure is in there. I'm going to put my pool table in there, and I want to make it nice and big. Okay, and there's your pool table over there. You'll see on some of the videos I've used this little brown block there to predict or to simulate my TV and the bar area and so on. So again, as you can see, you can play around with it quite nicely. So let's say that's my bar area over there. What we didn't do is pictures of chairs. Obviously in the bar area you can just go and add some little pictures in there. We might create some quickly for you guys and then add it onto the list that you can pull down. And let's say I want to use that one, and I want to put it, maybe it's a TV or something, and I want to put my TV over there. Let's pretend for the moment it's a bigger device, and we want to put that over there. Okay. Again, you can go and play with different things. Let's put some tables over there. What do we have? Okay, we've got some greens over here, so let me just do a couple of two-seaters, for instance, and I say table 101, and I've got table 102 maybe, and 103 over there because it fits in with our okay, so 103 is used somewhere. Alright, so let's try 104 over there. Let's just go back to our main section. I don't see my table 103 anywhere. I'll most likely added it in somewhere. Okay, so in any case, so that's the basics of it all. As you can see, quite simple. I can go back to my main section again and just double check everything, and of course you can come back, and I know the pink is ugly as it can be, so let's rather just fix that quickly. Sorry, I can't handle the color. Alright, oh, that's even worse. Let's go and do just a light gray maybe. Okay. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, now we're going to go exit. It says, oops, you need to set one floor layout as the default. Okay, so I'm going to click on main restaurant, right click, and say this is the main default. Okay, and that's my system. Let's jump back to our touchscreen then. As soon as you exit out of there, it comes back into the 4POS Touch. As soon as I'm back at the 4POS Touch, obviously the layout, or no, maybe not obvious, the layout on 4POS Touch doesn't show automatically. We have to go into option menu, press Control and C, and now I'm going to enable the floor layout, as you can see at the bottom left hand side here. Okay, and right, so as you can see, we've now enabled our floor layouts. What I've also done off camera again is to just go out of the 4POS Touch program and come back in again, just to ensure that it's refreshing perfectly, which it is. And as you can see, we've got our sections and our floor layouts now showing on the right hand side. If I go in my bar area, there's my pool tables and everything else that was created. The benefit really of this is that it looks nice and tidy, firstly, and secondly, if you click on the table number, it automatically knows that it's table number 4, 2 people at the table, and you can start specifying your products. As I said earlier, we have also enabled some images on the products and so on, so I can immediately go and program our buttons straight from here. So let me just do 1 or 2 items. I'm going to say over there I've got a new menu, and we'll call it beers, for instance, just for sake of an argument. I just want to give you the short version. We'll do a proper touchscreen layout of a video just now. So if I go to beers, Control C, just C, click on the button and say I want a new product from my list, and my old famous product that we've been using for ever and a day, and I want to do obviously the single item, so I'm going to click on it, and there's my Castle can 330ml on there. Alright, obviously I can go and ring it up immediately. Again, you'll see the image coming through there. You might agree that the size is okay, you might agree and say it's not okay. That's what we've done so far. I'm sure you guys will be quite happy with it. One of the reasons why we kept the button small is that we still have the counter ability within 4POS, which you'll see on the 4POS touchscreen demo and on the touchscreen training side, that we can go and enable the counter, and we can say there's only 5 left of that item, so we still needed to cater for that quantity to appear on the screen. And as you can see, as you ring it up, it will decrease the amount of beers that's available. There's nothing to do with the software, nothing to do with stock control, specifically has to do with the buttons itself. And of course now it will go and print all the different sections and all the rest of it. That in a nutshell is the 4POS Touch layout that we've created. Hope you find it interesting and enjoy, and make your restaurant look a little bit better from the interface, or the front page interface for your customers and your cashiers. Enjoy.